And right now, we are going to have to spend a lot of money and do some things that are really hard to do. So why not do it right? Why not be the first generation that fixes wealth disparity and income inequality and universal health care and poverty and homelessness and racial economic inequality and crushing college debt and...
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Liberal Expression. It is a very serious time, but if you can't laugh at the way that the leftist media is handling it, you just might cry. It was just weeks ago that leftists were complaining.
Look, they talk about how accessible the president is, Brian, but there's a difference
It's not
between...
an either or, though. That's the thing. The president should be accessible, and there should be briefings. All the above.
And the briefings give you accountability. It's not just about access, it's accountability, and that's what's lacking here.
So now, in order to be transparent, the president holds updates about coronavirus every day. The president and his team are answering questions. Now, the media should be overjoyed now, right?
If it were up to me, and it's not, I would stop putting those briefings on live TV. Not out of spite.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's not out of spite. I mean, the leftist media lives for moments like this one.
What is that plan based on?
Just so you understand. Are you ready? I think there are certain people that would like it not to open so quickly. I think there are certain people that would like it to do financially poorly because they think that would be very good as far as defeating me at the polls. And I don't know if that's so, but I do think it's so that there are people in your profession that would like that to happen.
But your own medical experts did not endorse that plan yesterday.
I think it's very clear that there are people in your profession that write fake news. You do. She does. There are people in your profession that write fake news. They would love to see me for whatever reason, because we've done one hell of a job. Nobody's done the job that we've done. And it's lucky that you have this group here right now for this problem, or you wouldn't even have a country left.
You know, I wonder why the leftists suddenly aren't so interested in having these daily press briefings aired. I mean, they once pined for this. I'm sure they have some real legitimate concerns.
We've heard very little from, for instance, the most likely nominee of the Democratic Party, Joe Biden. He's having difficulty projecting through this crisis as the campaign goes totally on hold. And we're also seeing some polls indicating the president's approval ratings among Democrats and independents skyrocketing to their highest levels yet. To some 60% approval ratings for the way he's handling this crisis as he continues to hold these briefings.
Andrew Mitchell, very, very concerned there. Over on ABC, they worked extra hard to find a negative in the president's rising poll numbers.
That more Americans are telling us they approve of the job that he's doing than disapprove. In a crisis, Americans tend to rally around the president and support him. And even in these bitterly partisan times, our poll shows there is at least some of that spirit of national solidarity. We do find that support for the president drops among those in the harder hit areas, Seattle and New York.
Support for the president dips in big liberal cities? Well, that's shocking. That's news, isn't it? They don't like his poll numbers. They don't want to carry his press briefings anymore, but at least they'll listen to administration officials like White House Trade Advisor Peter Navarro.
The Obama administration had the H1N1 flu crisis.
Peter, why are you wasting your time on this and not solving the problem that you have? Peter, why are you even talking about this?
You made the claim that this administration was ill-prepared. I am trying... Run the tape. I just heard that. Run the tape. You just said that. Now let me respond to that.
I'm asking you. If you're going to be able to get to a million ventilators.
I'm trying to respond to you, and you keep interrupting me.
My question, Peter, is: are you going to be able to get to a million? Can you get to a million ventilators?
Here. You keep talking in my ear, and you won't let me talk.
Or maybe they just won't listen. They just want to shout out their own agenda. And they got pretty darn silly about it. My favorite example this week: why cover what's actually in the congressional coronavirus aid package when you could just cram a wish list of everything leftists want?
And right now, we are going to have to spend a lot of money and do some things that are really hard to do. So why not do it right? Why not be the first generation that fixes wealth disparity and income inequality and universal health care and poverty and homelessness and racial economic inequality and crushing college debt and underfunded public schools and underpaid teachers and the nurses who may save your life in the coming weeks? And by the way, how about the climate?
Yeah, how about that climate? I mean, it has nothing to do with the coronavirus emergency, but shoot, just pack your full-blown socialism in that bill. MSNBC is friggin' insane. If you need some more proof of MSNBC insanity this week, Joe Scarborough on GOP coronavirus policy.
It is the weakest among us. It is senior citizens who they're ready to euthanize because they want Boeing's corporate earnings to not dip too low.
What? Euthanize seniors? It's actually not in any proposal, but why discuss facts if you're the leftist media, who apparently never, ever watch themselves?
During the course of the president's statement, his response to the questions, he went after the usual suspects, including the news media.
Yeah, he went after the news media, making the point that, we'd like to see him do poorly in the election, and so we're rooting against him in this crisis, and that's so ridiculous. We should almost not even dignify it.
Yeah, they know a lot about dignity, don't they? That's all the time we have for now. I'm Eric Shiner from MRC-TV. Do you want a shirt like this one? Broadcast truth. Well, check out MRC-Store for some great conservative gear, MRCTV.org for some great stories, and please like, share, and subscribe to these videos. Stay safe and stay healthy out there. I'll be back with some more leftist media wackiness next week.